Well, hello everybody. Today we're here at City Hall once again. And this time we're not meeting the mayor. No. Today we're meeting Gab. And why is that important? Well, it's important for us because this way we know everything going on around the city. We won't have to miss things. And some things we will miss. You know, it's unfortunate, but you can't catch everything. But the cool thing is we have the choice. We'll know about everything that's going on and we can pick and choose what we can make and what we can't make. And that's great because there's nothing worse than us going down to go pick something up at the grocery store and a parade goes by and we're like, what the heck is that? Guess what? Guess what? We got a very important person in charge of all events in our favorite city, in our favorite country, Gab.
Hi.
Gab, guess what? Gab just won 7 awards. 7!
Thank you.
I'm doing the bragging for Gab. How do you like that? And are these yours also?
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, so you're in charge of, you work with employment services too?
Yes.
Not just events.
One of the many hats that I'm wearing.
Right, where do you keep all these hats? Is there hats down there somewhere? Well, you got different jackets, that's for sure. That's snazzy.
That's for the separate event that we'll be having.
Oh, so the biggest thing for us that we were talking about before is we are not really always in the know. And now that we've moved here, and we're like, oh, what are we going to do today? Well, let's just go to the mall and check things out. And then we see a parade go by, and we're like, what? We don't even know about these things. And so that's why we asked for this meeting, because it's kind of important if we're going to be vlogging in this city, that we kind of know what's going on so that we can pick and choose what we can go to and feature. And I think everybody wins. So we asked for this meeting for that purpose, and we're so glad that Gab was willing to make the meeting with us.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Really excited.
More than honored, actually. Thank you for choosing Iloilo to be your home.
Oh, no problem. It's so lovely here, so we just...
Yeah. It was such an easy decision. Let's be honest.
So many lovely towns too in
around,
the Philippines.
Around,
But thank you for choosing Iloilo City. Yes. Really your home.
I like the diplomatic way you just put that. I caught on. But you're 100% right, because we've already been exploring some of the towns outside of Iloilo City, and it's just been...
Yeah, unbelievable. And so welcoming, too. Everybody's been so welcoming. It's nice. It's a nice feeling.
Genuine Filipino values.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we had our little conversation about all the events and what's going on. And
for Dinagyan, we're excited for that.
Exactly.
So many fun things in store.
Yeah, and then even after you get Chinese New Year, there's going to be so many things. So now we feel like we're actually in the know, which is fantastic to hear. But there's another part, because also we're talking about Public Employment Service Office, the PESO office.
I like that.
Yeah, wasn't that neat? You want to get paid? You need pesos. So what we were talking about, and I thought, okay, this is great to actually tell everybody. And so if you once again can answer the question, what's going on with employment and the levels, and what have you seen so far for Iloilo when it comes to jobs?
This year is a really exciting year for Peso Iloilo City because we generated more jobs in 2022. Jumping from last year's 22,000, we are now 42,000, and that's just in the 1 year. Job placements.
Newly created jobs.
So it's really exciting that a lot of people prefer to work in Iloilo City, and they see security in the jobs that are available in Iloilo City. So maybe now the next problem would be really how do we have more manpower in Iloilo City, because of the new jobs are being invested in Iloilo, as well as of course the skills that are appropriate for the job. So that's really the considerable factors that we're gearing towards for 2023.
And so you have a lot of BPOs that have been talking about coming here or already have scheduled to move in here. What kind of growth rate are you expecting in the coming year?
Actually, in our vision board, we just expect at least 5 to 10% increase. But I think that's in the reality, it's really bigger than.
Especially when you just said you had a 50% increase in 1 year.
Yes. So it's really not it's not that it's surprising to have that people are wanting to put their businesses in Iloilo, maybe because of the good leadership of our mayor. The mayor secured that the business community would be comfortable in here. So we are hoping for more jobs in 2023 with the new businesses of the BPOs are coming in, and we hope that they also see that Ilonggos are skilled for this one. Maybe it helps also because Iloilo City is an academic center, which means that we have more universities as compared to the other cities. The big universities are here, state colleges are here, and state universities, which state universities are producing really top-notch workers. They are really high-ranking in terms of after passing board exams. They placed immediately because of the academic requirements that is being practiced in Iloilo City. So with that pool of graduates, with that products of new workforce, people, business communities are enticed to invest because they know immediately that it matches now the kind of people that are in the city.
Yeah, and I want to just put this in perspective. That 42,000 new jobs?
Yes.
42,000 new jobs in Iloilo, the entire population of the city is less than 500,000. Just under.
Wait, it's under 500?
Yeah, it's just under 500,000.
Whoa.
So we're not talking a small number here.
Yeah,
that's a huge
massive
number comparative to the population.
Yeah, so that's the good thing about Iloilo City is that we have two kinds of populations. We have the daytime population and we have the nighttime population. It means that there are more people in the day because there are some who are from the province who are working, coming in Iloilo City to work and then go home after.
That's right.
For the nighttime population, these are really the people who are living in Iloilo City. Part of which are those who are in their boarding houses or those who are planning to stay for longer here in Iloilo City.
Yes, exactly. And there's many housing projects on the go here in Iloilo.
Yes.
If you look at in 10 years from now, the city will be unrecognizable.
hopefully, but
when it comes to housing.
In a good way. Good way.
When it comes to housing, I meant.
There's so many projects that we keep seeing and
and we've also talked about
the plans that are laid out, and we're like, okay, that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, we're talking tens of thousands of people in each project.
Yeah, but thankfully the mayor has a vision for that already, which are involving green technologies that won't harm our environment here in Iloilo City. We know that Iloilo City is a low-lying area, but with the low-lying area, we have to combat also with creative solutions. So we're now instilling green technology to ensure that we still keep the land size that we have here for the future generations.
Yeah, they don't mind expanding out here instead of just trying to squeeze everything in a small little area. And that's why the airport is so far away, so it allows a lot of room for expansion, I think. But we also spoke to somebody yesterday who said that compared to where they live, and I won't say the area, but in the Philippines, that there is far less pollution here. And you can actually fish in the rivers here and eat the fish, which we were like, oh, isn't that a normal thing? And he's like, no, not everywhere. So hats off to everybody here for that. That is great. And also the flood control. We just saw from the last typhoon that came through, everything worked out great, like the way it was supposed to work.
During the typhoon, we were responsive because we have CCTV installed, in place already, so we know the flood level who's coming up, and we have improved our clogging systems because we understand that each of these, the water works in mysterious ways, but if you have actual solutions for the real science and you put people who are in the right possessions, then you get the good solutions that you have. And that's a good thing about Iloilo City is that we check on our quality of air, we check on the quality of land, and we check on the quality of water. For the air, we're a zero smoking free area, so it means that smoking is really not tolerated in Iloilo City. There are some public areas that private areas there are smoking areas for those who really can't say no. But in most public places, we really disallow this one, so to improve the better quality of air there, as well as checking the smoke that are coming out in our public transport. So we now have new, we were the first to have new kind of transport services in Iloilo to lessen the CO2 emissions of the old jeepneys.
Okay.
So
That's
this
really
means
good,
that
yeah.
with the good cars, it means that to improve the air quality of the Iloilo City. For of course for water, we really aim to have a grade A water, which is a livable water wherein there are coral reefs, the biolife diversity is thriving. So with that, we make sure that we protect our water by putting an office who is really in charge to make sure that people follows the rules, people does not abuse the sea life, because we have fishing competitions, we have breeding competitions, but these should be mitigated to ensure that it's just on the balance.
Right.
It's just on the balance of everything that's doing. And then of course on land, we make sure that the crop pollution is being accounted for too, because if too much cropland, it also produces unfertile, or I mean, it's not safe also for that. So more breathing ground for the land to ensure that there are spaces for biolife to prosper, and for really to ensure that everybody lives in a good ecosystem where everybody benefits.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Lovely. And we can just see it here, everywhere. We walk around and it's just beautiful.
Yep.
It just feels nice to be here.
Yeah, exactly. And where there is issues, often you'll already see a sign saying what their plan is, how they're going about it, and what the deadline is to get it done.
Yeah.
So it can't be perfect, but as long as you see them striving, and you know what we always say, effort makes everything, right? And if you aren't trying, you're never going to succeed. And they're always trying. So we appreciate that. We see the good sides of things, and we can see where the path goes in the future. What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to tell you about a master plan that's taking place that's absolutely massive here in the Philippines, that one day may rival BGC itself. No joke. And actually, it may even turn out to be a much better, with more park and green spaces for everybody to enjoy. It's called